It's amazing how one small piece of good writing can completely change your perspective on any topic. For example, I was reading about digital immortality and came across this article from The Atlantic. It is titled, "No one is ready for digital immortality." And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm totally ready to have my mind uploaded to the cloud and live forever, free from this short-lived cage of meat and bones. But then I read the subtitle where author Kate Lindsay writes, "Do you want to live forever as a chatbot?"
No, God!
How does such an exciting idea suddenly sound so horrifying? Partially, it's because there's always a fine line between the future-looking utopian or dystopian. Also, it's because this recent trend called digital immortality may not be what you think it is. For a long time, futurists and scientists have told us that the day would come when the human brain, mind, and consciousness will be fully understood, mapped out, and replicated on silicon. This is called mind upload. Now, there are a lot of things in your head that make you, well, you. Your memories, your experiences, the way you react to things, your feelings. If all this could be digitized and run on a computer, then you would effectively have created an immortal electronic copy of yourself. It could lead to wild possibilities. Like just hear Michio Kaku's idea about zooming between planets on beams of light.
We're going to put our connectome on the laser beam and shoot it to the moon. We will be on the moon, our consciousness will be on the moon in 1 second. And what is on the moon? On the moon is a computer that downloads this laser beam with your consciousness on it, downloads it and puts it into an avatar that looks just like you, and you can walk on the moon. In fact, I think that once we have laser porting perfected, you'll have breakfast in New York, and then you'll go to the moon for brunch on the moon. You go to Mars for lunch, and then you go to the asteroid belt in the afternoon for tea, and then you come back to Earth that evening. This is all within the laws of physics.
Sounds awesome, right? But there is a lot to be afraid of, so we will come back to that later in the video. Alright, so uploading your mind sounds interesting, but it's going to be decades or centuries before we invent it. On the other hand, you have the term digital immortality that has become more popular recently since the rise of ChatGPT. There are companies today that offer to create digital replicas of people. The way they work is by gathering some information about you, consuming things you wrote and spoke, and recording your looks and voice. Using this, they train a bot to be able to chat with people in a manner very similar to you. But in a sense, it is nothing more than a machine that is acting as if it were you. It is just like how an actor can observe you from the outside and then portray you in a limited way. As a service, it may be useful enough. Companies are pitching this technology as a way to help people cope with the grief of losing their loved ones. However, we see that it's not quite the same as a true mind upload that replicates your mind from the inside and lets an other version of you live on an electronic substrate. As with all new and futuristic technologies, we must ask ourselves, what could go wrong? Even currently feasible technology, like digitally immortal chatbots, come with serious ethical implications. Could it actually harm the bereaved by making it difficult for them to come to terms with reality? What rights do the deceased have to their likeness being used by realistic AI mimics? This question of what can be done with your likeness becomes much more important when you talk about the mind upload capabilities of the future. Because that will not just be a digital copy of your likeness. It will, in a very real sense, be you. with all the range of experience of a real human being. Just listen to this clip from Michio Kaku and see if you can spot something troubling.
I personally believe that one day we will digitize the entire human brain. And what are we going to do with it? I think we're going to shoot it into outer space.
There is something about the way he phrased that just sends a chill down my spine. We will shoot it into outer space? Just a reminder that it here is a human consciousness. Do we just become another tool that people can use? Will our conscious minds, with all our memories, thoughts, and feelings, just be enslaved for other organic humans to use and then sent off to do work that mortals with bodies are not interested in doing? What if our digital minds don't get a choice? It's not like humans have not done this before. What if nobody cares about how these digital minds feel? Or what if these digital minds can't even express how they feel? Brings to mind a sci-fi book called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. But that's a topic for another day. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't know me, I'm a first-time science fiction writer working on a book about a post-mortal world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with all your friends so all of you can join me on this journey towards creating a piece of science fiction. Till next time.